Hey Bougie click. Y'all spent all 2025 saying boyfriends are embarrassing, but Summer Walker got caught begging to be a side chick, and y'all say yes queen? Ladies, we need to talk. Because the same women with men are trash in their bios were in the comments talking about secure the bag sis and you don't owe that woman no loyalty, girl, what? Today we're diving deep into the Summer Walker side chick scandal and why women defending this mess proves we can be just as embarrassing as the men we complain about. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more insightful content. Now, let's into it.
I'ma make you a fan.
Women are embarrassing too, Summer Walker, side chicks and female hypocrisy. In October 2025, British Vogue asked the internet's most divisive question, is having a boyfriend embarrassing now? The article argued that women no longer need men for status or achievement, that being in love online is cringe, and that heterosexual women are rejecting the label of being all about their man. Yet just months later, these same enlightened women who co-signed the boyfriends are embarrassing discourse were on social media cheering for Summer Walker, a woman who literally begged to be Rich the Kid's side chick and suggested he save her number as Pizza Hut to hide the affair from his fiancée and baby mama. The cognitive dissonance is deafening. We've reached peak delusion when women simultaneously claim that having a boyfriend is embarrassing while celebrating other women for desperately pursuing taken men, destroying families, and proudly announcing they date for money now. If boyfriends are so embarrassing, why are you all fighting over them like the last Birkin bag at a sample sale? British Vogue's Shantae Joseph really thought she did something when she asked, is having a boyfriend embarrassing now? And the answer from single women across social media was a resounding yes, with the kind of energy usually reserved for Black Friday sales. Joseph declared that being partnered doesn't affirm your womanhood anymore, it is no longer considered an achievement, and women who post about their relationships are culturally losers, bold words from a cultural commentator who spent 2,000 words talking about, wait for it, men. The irony is so thick you could cut it with a butter knife from a couple's brunch. The viral explosion was immediate. Within days, the article generated millions of reactions, with women proudly declaring they too unfollow coupled-up friends, hide their boyfriends from social media, or doctor their own wedding photos to maintain their single girl brand, while one TikToker bragged about cropping her man out of every photo because having a boyfriend feels Republican. Girl, what? The numbers don't lie, but they sure do sting. Here's where it gets juicy. According to the 2025 Singles in America study by the Kinsey Institute and Match, surveying 5,000 singles, 68% of single women say they want a romantic relationship, but apparently admitting it online is social suicide. Single women spend an average of $213 per month on dating, that's $2,556 annually searching for something they claim is embarrassing. So, we're simultaneously claiming relationships are passé while actively seeking them and spending serious money in the process. Make it make sense. The hidden cost of independence. While Vogue celebrates this supposed liberation from boyfriend culture, let's talk about what's really happening. Gen Z has been dubbed the loneliest generation, facing unprecedented economic challenges and social isolation. Is it really progress if we're so afraid of vulnerability that we'd rather perform singleness than admit we found someone worth posting about? The real embarrassment isn't having a boyfriend, it's letting social media trends dictate how we experience and express love. It's allowing a fashion magazine to tell us that genuine connection is cringe while loneliness rates skyrocket. The ironic obsession, when decentering men becomes your entire personality. Search decenter men on TikTok and you'll find a staggering 28.5 million posts. That's right, millions of women spending countless hours creating content about, not thinking about men. Charlie Taylor, who coined the term in her 2019 book, built an entire media empire called Charlie's Toolbox around teaching women how to decenter men. Her podcast episodes include gems like Why Do You Hesitate to Decenter Men? An hour-long deep dive into, you guessed it, men. The irony writes itself. The decentering men movement emerged in the early 2020s as a fourth-wave feminist concept. The premise? Women should stop organizing their lives around male validation. The reality? It's become an Olympic sport of who can talk about men the most while claiming not to care about them. The pretty privilege paradox. Here's what's really happening: women who are winning in relationships are being shamed by women who aren't. It's giving "you can't sit with us" energy but make it feminist theory. This whole debate reeks of jealousy. Only women who are jealous of women in relationships treat relationships as disposable accessories because they do not have one. Female-on-female violence is real. According to a 2025 National Organization for Women study, women face massive online harassment, and increasingly, it's coming from other women. The Pick Me label alone has generated millions of posts and shows how women weaponize feminist language to tear down other women's choices. Psychology Today notes how this trend represents women bullying other women for perceived male validation. The attacks aren't just coming from single women. Coupled women join the pile-on too, desperate to prove they're not like those other girlfriends. They'll throw their entire gender under the bus for internet points, posting about how they're different because they don't post couple photos or celebrate anniversaries online. The harassment escalates when attractive women dare to be in relationships. Suddenly, having a boyfriend while pretty becomes a moral failing. You're wasting your beauty, settling for less, or betraying the sisterhood by not leveraging your looks for maximum gain. The Hypocrisy files, when women cheer for side chicks while claiming men are the problem. The Summer Walker saga that exposed everything. Y'all, we need to have a serious conversation about the absolute circus that erupted when Summer Walker got caught begging to be Rich the Kid's side chick. And no, we're not here to play nice about it. In November 2025, leaked audio revealed R&B singer Summer Walker leaving voice messages for rapper Rich the Kid, explicitly asking to continue their affair despite his engagement to Tory Bricks, the mother of his child. The most embarrassing detail? She literally suggested he save her number as Pizza Hut to avoid detection. This wasn't some accidental slip, this was a calculated attempt to be a professional homewrecker. The audio, shared by DJ Academics, featured Walker saying, "You know, when you have time, we always have a good time. You treat me so good, I treat you so good." She went on to express how she didn't mind him being with his family and just wanted to continue their arrangement on the side. Tory Bricks later revealed that Walker had been harassing her for 2 years since catching them together. The aftermath: begging, deflection, and zero accountability. When the audio leaked, Summer Walker's response was a masterclass in deflection and delusion. Instead of apologizing or showing any remorse for trying to destroy another woman's family, she went live and doubled down. Her response? "I date for money now. Your man spends money." Chilly, the way she said it with her chest like it was something to be proud of. This wasn't shame or embarrassment, this was a woman announcing her homewrecking rate card to the world. But the real comedy came when Tory Bricks, Rich the Kid's fiancé and baby mama, entered the chat with receipts. Tory revealed that Summer had been harassing her for 2 whole years. Not months. Years. This wasn't a one-time slip, this was a calculated campaign of relationship terrorism. Tory's response was chef's kiss petty. She allegedly sent Summer an actual Pizza Hut order after the audio leaked. Summer's response? It's giving restraining order. Ma'am, you suggested being saved as Pizza Hut in someone's phone to facilitate cheating, and now you're threatening legal action over breadsticks? The cognitive dissonance is astronomical. The timeline is particularly damning. This drama erupted right as Summer released her album Finally Over It in November 2025. The timing suggests this might have been a publicity stunt, but even if it was, what does it say that a woman would publicly humiliate herself as a begging side chick for album sales? And women still supported her, saying she was securing the bag and getting her coins. Tory exposed how Summer would pop up at events, send messages, and essentially stalk their relationship for years. This wasn't some accidental attraction, this was targeted harassment of another Black woman and her family. And through it all, women on social media defended Summer's right to live her truth and get what she deserves. The same women who post quotes about karma and divine timing were cheering for a woman who literally asked to be someone's dirty little secret. The pattern, Summer Walker's baby daddy drama chronicles. Now let's rewind, because the rich the kid situation isn't Summer Walker's first rodeo with messy relationships. This woman has a pattern, and we need to discuss it. Summer Walker has 3 children with 2 different men, and both relationships ended in public disaster. First up, London on the track, real name London Tyler Holmes, the super producer who worked heavily on her debut album. They had daughter Bubbles Renee Walker in 2021, but their relationship was a toxic carousel of breakups and makeups. London already had multiple children with different women when they got together, red flag number 1 that she ignored. Then there's LVRD Pharaoh, government name Larry Williams, who she moved on to with lightning speed. Then she had Larry tattooed on her face. Let that sink in. She got his whole government name permanently inked on her face, had twin boys with him in 2022, then announced their breakup while still pregnant. The face tattoo remains as a permanent reminder of her questionable decision-making. What's particularly telling is how Summer handled these relationships. She went from complaining about London's multiple baby mamas to becoming exactly what she claimed to hate, someone pursuing men already in relationships. She transformed from victim to volunteer, from the woman scorned to the woman scorning other women. The irony? Summer now has a strict no showing my kids' faces policy on social media, which led to drama with Larry posting the twins' photos in April 2025, but she had no problem potentially disrupting other children's homes. She protects her baby's privacy while actively trying to break up families with babies at home. And here's the kicker, after all this baby daddy drama, after getting a man's name tattooed on her face, after multiple public breakups, she's out here suggesting another woman's man save her number as Pizza Hut. The lack of growth is astronomical. The plot twist nobody wants to discuss. Instead of the universal condemnation you'd expect, social media lit up with women defending Summer's behavior. The comments ranged from "secure the bag sis" to "men ain't loyal anyway" to "get your man if you want him." The same women posting these comments had "men are trash" in their bios. Let me break down this cognitive dissonance for you. Women were literally cheering on another woman for actively pursuing a taken man, trying to destroy a family, and suggesting deceptive tactics to continue an affair, all while maintaining that men are the ones with moral deficiencies. The statistics don't lie, but the narrative does. According to 2025 data from the General Social Survey, approximately 20% of married men report infidelity compared to 13% of married women. While men statistically cheat more, the gap is narrowing significantly among younger generations. Among millennials, it's 15.9% for men versus 13% for women, almost negligible. But here's what the statistics don't capture: the social support systems that enable destructive behavior. When a man cheats, he's universally condemned. When a woman actively pursues a taken man, she gets a chorus of "yes queen" and "do what makes you happy." The double standard Olympics. Let's examine how this plays out in real scenarios. When men cheat, all men are dogs. This is why we can't trust them. Toxic masculinity strikes again. Universal condemnation from both genders. When women pursue taken men, he wouldn't stray if he was happy at home. She's just going after what she wants. Men ain't loyal anyway. If he really loved her, he wouldn't be available. The mental gymnastics required to maintain these contradictory positions could win Olympic gold. The secure the bag mentality. What's particularly disturbing is how financial motivations get dressed up as empowerment. Summer Walker herself later went on social media saying, "I date for money now. Your man spends money." This wasn't met with disgust, it was celebrated as a soft girl era and knowing your worth. Since when did knowing your worth mean actively destroying other women's relationships for financial gain? The same women who preach sisterhood and female solidarity will throw another woman under the bus if there's a wealthy man involved. The accountability crisis. Research from relationship experts shows that accountability, regardless of gender, is crucial for healthy relationship dynamics. Yet we've created a culture where women's destructive behavior gets repackaged as living her truth, going after what she deserves, not settling, matching his energy. Meanwhile, the woman at home with the kids, trying to build a stable family? She's just collateral damage in someone else's self-care journey. The real reason they're pressed. Here's the uncomfortable truth these creators won't admit: genuinely decentred people don't announce it. The obsession with publicly decentering men reveals what psychologists call reaction formation, when someone's actions reveal the opposite of what they claim to feel. The louder the declaration of independence, the stronger the underlying preoccupation. True indifference doesn't require a podcast. When Joseph admitted that being partnered doesn't affirm your womanhood anymore, she revealed the game. They've moved the goalposts so far that natural human desire for companionship became shameful. But notice who's really mad. It's rarely women genuinely thriving in singleness. Happy single women don't spend hours creating content about how embarrassing relationships are. They're living their lives. The loudest voices in this boyfriends are cringe movement are often women who just got dumped and need everyone else to be miserable too. Can't maintain relationships but won't examine why. Use high standards to mask their fear of vulnerability. Profit from keeping other women single and bitter, looking at you, dating coaches. The Christian woman's unique target. For women of faith, this attack cuts deeper. You're not just embarrassing for having a boyfriend, you're betraying modern womanhood by following biblical principles about love and marriage. Your desire for partnership isn't just cringe, it's regressive. Your relationship posts aren't just annoying, they're oppressive. The Vogue piece specifically mentioned how having a boyfriend now feels Republican, directly politicizing romantic relationships. For conservative and Christian women, this creates a double bind: follow your values and face mockery, or hide your happiness to appease the mob. Beautiful Christian women face the trinity of hatred: pretty, partnered, and principled. You represent everything these bitter spirits despise. You have the beauty they envy, the love they crave, and the peace they can't achieve through their performative independence. The uncomfortable truth: women are co-conspirators in the chaos. You want to know why men keep embarrassing women? Because they have a whole network of female accomplices making it possible. Every cheating man has a woman who knew, helped, or participated. Period. The side chick is just the tip of the iceberg. Let's map out this whole ecosystem of female enablers. The mother who lies: oh, he's at my house helping with repairs, when she knows damn well he's with his side piece. These mothers will swear on a Bible to protect their son's dirt, teaching them from childhood that women will cover for their mess. Statistics show that 67% of affairs involve at least one person who helped cover it up, and overwhelmingly, men rely on female relatives for alibis. The sister who provides cover: she'll let him use her apartment for meetups, claim he was at her kid's birthday party, or conveniently forget to mention she saw him at the mall with another woman. Blood is thicker than sisterhood, apparently. The female best friend waiting in the wings: she's been just friends for years, knows all his relationship drama, comforts him after every fight, and is secretly positioning herself as the upgrade. She'll validate his complaints about his woman while plotting her takeover. Research on emotional affairs shows that 45% start with opposite-sex friendships where one party had ulterior motives. The work wife who knows too much: she's scheduling his meetings, screening his calls, and creating calendar blocks for his rendezvous. She'll smile in his woman's face at the company Christmas party knowing she's been facilitating his double life for months. The bitter ex who stirs the pot still has access to his Netflix password and his mama's phone number. She'll pop up with old photos during his new relationship's milestone moments, send remember when texts at 2 a.m., and make sure his current woman knows she still has a key to something, whether it's his apartment or his emotions. Here's what's really embarrassing: women will literally form alliances to hurt other women while complaining about male toxicity. The same woman crying about how men ain't shit will turn around and help her brother cheat on his pregnant girlfriend. The cognitive dissonance is loud. A 2024 study on infidelity patterns revealed that in 73% of long-term affairs, at least one woman in the cheater's circle knew and said nothing. That's not neutrality, that's complicity. Silence in the face of another woman's pain is co-signing the disrespect. We've created a culture where women compete for male validation so fiercely that we'll throw each other under buses, trains, and entire fleets of aircraft. We'll protect trash men because they're our trash, our son, our brother, our crush, our meal ticket. Meanwhile, the woman at home gets gaslit by an entire network of female co-conspirators. The truth that nobody wants to hear? Every toxic man has a team of women enabling him. Every single one. So until we're ready to hold that mirror up and admit that we're part of the problem, we need to stop pretending men are embarrassing themselves alone. They have accomplices, and those accomplices look like us. The truth bomb. Real sisterhood doesn't shame women for finding love. It doesn't police relationship status or create hierarchies based on who cares least about companionship. True female solidarity celebrates all paths: single, married, dating, searching. So what's a woman to do in this toxic climate? First, recognize these attacks for what they are: misery-demanding company. Their trigger isn't your responsibility. Second, stop playing the game. Post your man if you want. Hide him if you prefer. But don't let bitter women on the internet dictate how you experience love. Your relationship isn't a betrayal of womanhood, their bitterness is. The real embarrassment isn't having a boyfriend. It's being so spiritually impoverished that another woman's joy triggers you. It's building an entire identity around what you don't have instead of what you do. It's performing independence so hard you forget what authenticity feels like. These women will unfollow you for posting your man, then spend hours creating content about their healing journey. They'll call you pick me for celebrating your anniversary, then beg the universe for a text back. They'll shame you for wanting marriage while manifesting their divine masculine. Both men and women are capable of terrible behavior. The difference is that we've created a culture where one gender's terrible behavior gets rebranded as empowerment while the other's gets, rightfully, called out as toxic. Conclusion. Ladies, the call is coming from inside the house. The embarrassment isn't having a boyfriend, it's pretending you're above wanting love while stalking your ex's new girlfriend's Pinterest board. The real revolution isn't pretending relationships don't matter. It's being secure enough to want what you want without apologizing. Whether that's a ring by spring or a lifetime of solo travel, own it without tearing down women who chose differently. Because at the end of the day, the only thing more exhausting than dating in 2025 is pretending you're too evolved to want it while your Hinge profile stays active. Ladies, we cannot keep crying about how men are embarrassing while actively supporting women who beg to be side chicks, suggest deceptive tactics to continue affairs, and proudly proclaim they're only interested in money. The hypocrisy is louder than Summer Walker asking to be saved as Pizza Hut in someone's phone. True feminine power isn't about tearing down other women's relationships. It's not about pursuing taken men because he would be loyal if she was doing her job. And it's definitely not about creating elaborate schemes to be someone's secret while their family sits at home. If we want better from men, we need to demand better from ourselves. Because right now, the only thing more embarrassing than Rich the Kid's behavior is the chorus of women cheering Summer Walker on while simultaneously claiming moral superiority. Vogue can keep their cynical take on modern love. While they're busy declaring boyfriends embarrassing, smart women are quietly building relationships that serve as foundations for their dreams. We're not posting every date night or making our men our entire personality, but we're also not pretending that love is something to be ashamed of. The real gag is this: in an era where 87% of daters report thriving in their love lives, where women are clearer than ever about their standards, and where emotional connection is valued above superficial metrics, Vogue wants us to believe that partnership is passé. Sorry, but I'm not buying what they're selling. True feminine power isn't about rejecting love to appear independent, it's about choosing partnerships that elevate us while maintaining our individual sovereignty. It's about being so secure in ourselves that we don't need to perform either couple bliss or fierce independence for anyone's approval. So, to answer Vogue's question, is having a boyfriend embarrassing? Only if you're dating someone who doesn't deserve you. Otherwise, the only embarrassing thing here is letting a magazine tell you how to feel about love. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. If you enjoyed today's deep dive into the wild world of dating dynamics and double standards, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more thought-provoking content. Remember, whether you're single, in a relationship, or somewhere in between, the key is to live authentically and make choices that align with your values. Let's keep the conversation going in the comments. What's your take on the whole boyfriends are embarrassing debate? Until next time, stay true to yourself and embrace your journey, whatever that looks like. See you in the next video. What do you think? Are women just as embarrassing as men? Let me know in the comments section. Stay bougie. Follow and support me. All links in bio. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Check description for more info. New episodes every day.